Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good morning and welcome to Montague's Cavendish Farms Wellness Center. We're live here at High Button Sports. My name is Mark Rooney with Sean McCormick on camera. Happy to have you here for Nova Scotia Under 16 AAA hockey action. We'll get the Duke starters, O Canada, and we'll be underway. Ladies and gentlemen, starting for your Eastern Dukes. On defense, number 5, Kipton Elward. On defense, number 11, Jackson Bowering. At forward, number 7, Cohen Godkin. At forward, number 16, Cash Fisher. At forward, number 21, Jackson Gardner. And in goal, number 29, Felix Hatton. At this time, we would ask you, if you were able to, please stand, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. So again, a warm welcome in as we have our last game of the schedule before the Christmas break. Starting goaltenders for the Martello Buccaneers, Brendan Fitzgerald, who came on in relief last night in Charlottetown. And we'll get into that game in a little bit. And opposing him at the other end of the ice will be number 29, Felix Hatton. Hatton comes in with a 2.4 goals against. Save percentage over 9, which is always solid. And Fitzgerald with a 2.4 goals against and a similar save percentage at 9.12 as well. And our first whistle of the morning, Fitzgerald may have been bumped into gently, and he backed into the net, and that's where we stand. Last night, 2 very even periods of hockey and 1 very uneven period of hockey, as the Buccaneers had a tough second period where the Dukes scored 6 unanswered. Well, really, they scored 7 unanswered for the whole game, but 6 in the third period, including 3 on the strength of a 5-minute power play. Bucks had phenomenal forechecking presence in the Duke zone. Now here comes Fisher. He'll come back. He's got Godkin trailing. Fisher, nice move by the Bucks defender to get a stick on that. That was Murphy. McCormick now, who had a big game last night for the Dukes. Trying to center that. He does. He gets the stick. Fisher, Kraus will chip that off the high boards and out to Quinn McDonald. They go across the green, handles that pass. Trying to get McCormick through the legs. And no icing on the call. Back forward is Curtin for the Bucks. McClellan now starts out. Nice backhand move. Roach couldn't handle it. Picked up by McDonald for the Dukes. Hartman slips that one through traffic, and out comes Campbell Dunn. He gets to the face-off dot, releases the shot. First shot for either team. And Fitzgerald was solid on that one. Battle for it in the near corner. Cross ice pass. Elward going to try to get there. He does. Swings that all the way around. Hartman will be first to it for the Dukes. Slips past him. And away comes Probert with help. He's got McClellan and Roach. Into Probert. Tried the backhand. Picked up by Henry. I said Elward earlier. Excuse me, Henry. And McCormick trying to find his way home. And Murphy did a nice job of defending. Now McCormick's in front from the slot. And his shot went wide. Team points leader for the Dukes. Whistled that one wide, and back the other way come the Buccaneers. It's Roach. Always a little slow starting sometimes these Sunday morning games after a late Saturday game. Bailey with a lot on that, blocked by AP Ed and McAdam. It's a quick turnaround, a mere 13 hours from when we suited up last night in Charlottetown. Unfortunate for the Bucks that the ferry's not running. They shut it down due to some suspected. This is usually the last weekend for it anyhow here in southeast Prince Edward Island, as a delayed offside will force Gwyn Timothy out. But with some significant winds in the forecast, and wind is not the word for it. I'm talking gale. Now there's Elward on the board. It will be offside. It slipped past the blue line. Yes, it's been significantly windy here in Prince Edward Island, so they figured they'll take the proactive move and shut the ferry system down a little bit early. So the Bucks will be traveling back home via the Confederation Bridge, which really wasn't even an option for a while through the night Friday and a lot of Saturday mornings. But we're back. The normal commutes. And while I think of it, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and all the best in 2026 from all of us here in High Button Sports. It's been a pleasure to bring you hockey from Prince Edward Island, and as well as New Brunswick joining Nova Scotia now. Wraparound attempt. Couldn't quite get the curl on the stick there. Was McClellan, I believe. Nice to make a foray into other provinces, and we're pleased to be able to bring you hockey action. And so, been a great start to the season, first half. Welcome especially to those fans of the Buccaneers who are tuning in from home. We hope all is well, and we know your boys will give a strong effort again today. I just had a few moments of letdown, and that kind of game got away. But as I said, period 1 and 3 were tied, and competitive game other than that. That's Dodge. We'll bank that. He'll get into the feet of McClellan. He's going to chip that high. It does get into Duke's territory. Bump in front of the Duke's bench. Morrison, he's upended as he attempted the shot. Now off the glass. Dodge is going to get a stick on that. No icing, as both teams will make changes. Sullivan able to backhand that through to Morrison. Morrison crosses the blue line. He's got Krause with him. Sullivan trails. Try to get it to Sullivan. It's through the legs of Henry. And back with it comes Godkin. He'll just loft it through. Now it'll be a battle for it. Dodge has Fisher charging down on him. Bowering along his own ringette line. Long pass gets into the gear of Gardner. And he'll pick it up and chase it down. Bailey backhands that out to Theoropoulos. It's in dangerously in front. Fisher couldn't get a stick on it. Just evaded him. He'll stick handle around Bailey. Oh, Godkin missed the one-time pass. It was a nice attempt by Fisher to find a teammate in the slot. And Bailey will bang that out. Bowering's going to keep it in. Pushes that right down the line to Gardner. Gardner battles with Morrison. Kept in again by Bowering. He'll go cross ice. Fisher. Nice body check by Bailey to stand him up. Krause finds Sullivan as the Buccaneers come back the other way. Offside! Krause had an extra step in front of the Duke's line. Bowering, the second-year man, gets it to Aylward. And offside again are the Buccaneers. And that, although it doesn't count, is the first touch of the puck from goaltender Felix Hatton. Elsewhere in the league today, the Voyageurs and Highlanders will drop the puck in 45 minutes. The Highlanders with a 4-2 victory last night over the Dartmouth Club. And there's Hatton's first official shot. He's going to take the cover. And the Armada will try to get back. There's Fitzgerald. He's got that nice stick save. The Armada lost 5-1 to the Rebels in Tyne Valley last night. And so they'll, again in 45 minutes, drop the puck there. Lots of teams battling for second and third place. The Vitoes are maintaining the lead. Now, they are not in action today, so a chance for others see if they can jump ahead. Of course, the Highlanders are in second place and the Dukes in third, so both of those teams with a win today will make some advance on the St. John Club. A shot in, Fitzgerald with a stick on that. He'll get that into the corner. Dukes able to keep that into line. McDonald pushes it in. That was Curtin who tried to bank that off, and he'll go back now behind to Dodge. Up to Roach. He'll get it to the red line and no further as Aiden Green decides to skate that in. Nice stick check by Curtin. Nice backhand move from Dunn. It hit maybe Hartman. McCormick's attempt. Some friendly fire there. It's a shot block. That's gloved ahead by McClellan of the Buccaneers. No harm, though, as Green will grab it. He'll start out. He's got Mahoney on him. And Gwyn Timothy will go behind the net. Referee will avoid the oncoming Gwyn Timothy. And McCormick one-hands that through. Can they catch Arsenault? Handles the pass nicely. Arsenault taken down. We'll see our first penalty of the morning. Arsenault with an excellent feed. And the Dukes will take their power play. Krause all the way in. Buccaneers penalty to number 2, Luke Murphy. 2 minutes for tripping. That's Murphy for tripping. Time of the penalty is 7:44. So Krause is back to his feet. And the Dukes are back in Buccaneers. The Dukes are back in Buccaneers territory. That one's up and over as well for another stoppage. Back the other way will come Aylward. Halfway through the tripping call to Murphy. Good job by the Buccaneers. Keep that down in Duke's territory. Now Fisher. Heavy hit there. And it may have been Bailey took the worst of it. However, there's a shot up high on Fitzgerald. Approaching the halfway mark of period number 1, no score in the final game of 2025 for both of these clubs over the holiday. Oh, McDonald gloved that at the line and lost it behind him. Campbell Dunn now. 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Dunn lugs that around. Swung up McClellan trying to get a stick on it. Kept in by Quinn McDonald of the Dukes. English tried to feed Sam Dunn. McClellan backhand won't make it across the line. We'll go across to McCormick. Just 10 seconds remaining. Sam Dunn, he had 2 and 24 seconds last night on that match penalty 5-minute power play. And that's really took the air out of the balloon of the Dukes, of the Buccaneers rather, as they allowed 3 power play goals that took it from 4-1 to 7-1 in the span of 2 to 3 minutes. So, but a tight one underway so far. Bowering, his shot whistled wide. May have caught Bellion. Now Bowering first to it. He'll bank it back in again. Certainly most offensive time spent has been the Dukes in the Bucks territory so far. And here's Roach. He'll go along. McDonald lets him take it to the other side. Back to Murphy. He'll go across. Back to Murphy again at the point. Try to shoot it through. Hit a leg. Chipped ahead Gardner now. Murphy first back for the Buccaneers. Banks it in behind all the way around. Nice move by Murphy. He sees McClellan streaking down in front of the Dukes bench. Momberquette looking for the forward pass. And it's picked up, by Quincy McClennan going back the other way. I've got a McClennan and a McClellan. Nice leg save. Steady. Oh, the rebound was just missed. Henry will chip it in, looking to go get it as well. He'll think better of it as Dodge starts out for the Buccaneers. Finds Momberquette. He'll hit the red line and send Morrison in for Green back for the Dukes. Slips past him. Langell back. And in front now is Krause trying to find a partner. Henry wings across to Green. Swinging all the way up, Connor Arsenault, who was taken down on that breakaway chance. He scored a nice one last night as well. Krause and Henry bump in front of the penalty box. Green back for it behind the Dukes goal. 8:23 to go. First period, quick moving. Langell intercepted at the blue line by Bailey. Delayed offside, Bucks clear. Arsenault. Okay, trying to find Aiden McAdam. Back to Arsenal. McAdam in front. Can't handle the pass. McAdam takes a big bump. And that hits today's non-starting goaltender, Kelly, on the cage. And good job. This is why they wear them. We're the only game underway at the moment. Also this afternoon, Cape Breton Jets are in the Valley. And now I'm reading my schedule. That says to be rescheduled, so perhaps that is not on. There's a blocker save. Been the busier of the two goalies so far has been Fitzgerald. The Kings will be in Truro, the beautiful Colchester Legion Stadium, to go battle with the Fundy Thunder. And that will do it. Pre-Christmas. Couple of games next Saturday, including the Armada against the Voyageurs and the always spine-tingling Hatton trying to handle the bouncing puck. He does. Games between on the island here. The Western Rebels will host the Eastern Dukes, and everyone and their dog will be at that one in Prince County, Prince Edward Island. I guarantee the place will be full. It's game 2 of the 3-game season series between those two, with the Rebels taking away an exciting 4-3 victory here last week. That's redirected. Oh, Hatton maybe got a toe on that. Not much more. Goodness, that made it all the way in from the point off the stick of Murphy. And I believe the Dukes are going to have their first penalty assessed. It will be a hooking call. This will send the Buccaneers to the power play. And it looks like it will be Aiden Green with the skate of shame to the penalty box. Duke's penalty to number 20, Aiden Green. 2 minutes for hooking. That's Green for hooking. Time of the penalty is 13:07. Buccaneers with a 14% power play. And the Dukes with a 78% penalty kill. The Dukes took their power play percentage way up last night. They're now at 20. That's going to be sent all the way down to Fitzgerald, side of the goal. 6 minutes even is what we have left in period number 1. Fairly fast-moving game. Bailey low to Mombercat. And Henry gets his stick in the way of that. He sends back Godkin. Godkin trying to make something happen. It'll slide it into Fitzgerald's. And we'll get the big stick down the paddle and a cover for that one. We haven't had a McClellan face-off yet. I'm kind of hoping for that one. I think I'm awake enough to handle it. And speak of the devil, here comes McClellan for the Bucks down the right side. He's got Murphy. Neat pass into Krause. Tied up by Aylward. Now taken down was Krause at the side of the goal. Morrison's in there for the Bucks. He's got Quinn McDonald draped over him. Just 8 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Buccaneers. Roach, he'll have to go back now forward. Down low, trying to give it a give and go. Just trickled off his stick. Tip of the stick negated the icing, and the penalty is done. Back come the Buccaneers now. They've got 3. McClellan goes wide. Bowering has him tied up. In front! Picked up by Henry, and back come the Buccaneers with a head of steam. Will Henry. Now on the right side. Henry charging hard. It's in front. Langell was tied up nicely by Cohen Dodge. Watching last night's game and then early this morning, the Buccaneers' excellent back-checking team and forechecking as well. They go hard on the puck. Good job by Aiden McAdam to get a stick in on Theoropoulos. Henry can't get that past the forechecking. Buck still 0-0. It's a dandy so far. Bowering with his man tied up. Langell's going to take it. He'll get it across ice to Fisher. He's got Dodge. He goes through Dodge. Mahoney will backhand that. Fisher body checks Theoropoulos. Langell now from the slot. It hit barely. The rebound is there. Backhand shot from McAdam went wide. And that's Langell. He'll spin and fire back in. Fisher will be first to it. Tipped in front. And that will clear. Green will be back for it. He's got 2 on his tail. Green, the smart move, gets it up to Langell. Langell will skate that across the blue line. Nash Langell third in scoring on the Dukes. Total points, that is. Inside, 3 to go from Montague. 0-0. Langell go for the extremely sharp angle shot. Sometimes, you never know. A large goaltending frame like Fitzgerald had that post sealed. Through center, Langell again. He'll go wide. Fisher. Shot didn't make it through. Balin got in the way of that. Back comes Roach and McClellan. Nice defense by Aylward. Chipped ahead Fisher. McClellan tried to go back the other way through the feet of Aylward. Henry trying to find the handle. He's got Roach on him. All the way over to Campbell Dunn. 2 minutes to go. 0-0 from Montague. That shot will go cross ice into the corner. And this will go for icing. Very few stoppages in plays. We've had 2 2-minute penalties. And that's been it. Not much to report on the game sheet. Slashing now as soon as I mentioned penalties, and now we've got someone else joining Santa's naughty list. This looks like Murphy. And the Dukes with a number of capitalizations. Last night in the power play, they'll try again. So Hatton, who has not been busy, will settle that one. Penalty to Murphy for slashing. And we've got 1:27 to go. So the Dukes will finish out this period with the man advantage, of course, unless they score. Face-off won by the Dukes. Dunn. Campbell. Over to Sam. Dunn. We've got Dunn and Dunn. We approach the last minute of play. Krause. And feed it back neatly to Dodge, and that will take some valuable penalty time away. Hits Mahoney in stride. Last minute of play in the first period. Good forechecking again from the Buccaneers as we enter the last minute of play. Turned over. Here comes Krause now. It'll land on Hatton. Valiant effort by the diving defenseman of the Dukes. Now just 30 seconds remaining. Up to McCormick. Buccaneers have held down the powerful Dukes power play so far. In front, Sam Dunn. Shot. Fitzgerald with a stick save. Cleared out to the side. McCormick, 15 seconds remaining. McCormick tried to wrap that around. Lost the handle. Tried it again. And that was beside the net. And that's up into the netting with 7 seconds remaining in the period. McCormick trying the wraparound. Lost the handle on it. Got his own rebound. And the second attempt hit the mesh on the side of the goal. Can the Dukes get away? One more shot. Here's Aylward. Stick. It's loose. Slips past Langell at the side of the goal. Good effort. Did not register a shot, however. At the end of one, no score between the visiting Buccaneers and the hometown Eastern Dukes. Shots were in favor of the Dukes, 8-5. We're going to step away for an intermission, refill your coffee mug, and we'll be back for period number 2. welcome back to the ice, Jory Strad Dukes. And welcome back to you joining us on High Button Sports. Period number 2 all set to kick off. 0-0. I said shots were 8-5 in favor of the Dukes. The official score says 13-5. So we'll go with them. And we'll be ready to go for the second last period here in 2025. Both teams would love to finish on a winning note. Dukes come in 14-4-1 and the Buccaneers 10-7-1 after last night's affair in Charlottetown. Still 10 seconds remaining on the slashing call to Murphy. Dukes started out with a power play, however that's quickly evaporating. And Murphy back to the ice. Buccaneers, that was a behind the net attempt by Dodge. It hit a stick and went onto the back of the net. A little more precarious than he was expecting, of course. Not quite how he drew it up in his mind. In comes Momborquette. Centered in front. McClellan had that taken off his stick. And back comes Hartman into the legs of Bailey. McClellan. He'll start out. He hits Roach through center. Roach will get that in, hoping for a bounce off the kick plate. And it was Aylward taking down Momborquette. And they're still tied up in the far corner. Puck comes back there, and we'll have another battle with Momborquette and Aylward. Nash Langell with Fisher. Langell tries to hit Fisher cross ice. He's got him in the corner. Taken out by Balin. Turned over. Bowering tried to backhand to himself, and back come the Buccaneers. Sorry, not Bauer. That might have been Dunn. They come 3 strong. Turned over to Dunn. He'll start out. Lost it off the handle. McDonald gets to the blue line, dumps it in deep. First to it. Going to be a battle between Curtin and English. Scooped up first shot of the second period. And that is Fitzgerald, who in relief yesterday of Kelly was perfect and perfect again today. Scrum in front, it'll come to Fitzgerald. It's actually poked ahead by Dodge to Fitzgerald. Again, a battle right at the dot. The puck doesn't go anywhere. Now it does. Outskates Sullivan with it. Right in front of his own bench, force wide. Krause picks it up. Down below the goal line, chased by Bowering. Bowering likes the physical play, and he handles Krause. Back to the point, Balin. That hit a Duke stick, English. Down low, Krause tiptoes! And that was Morrison, who was a foot away from giving the Buccaneers a 1-0 lead. English looks like Dunn. He's got Balin on him. Sam Dunn behind the goal. Dunn swings it in front. Sets up for Green. Blocker save handled calmly. And that's another one on Fitzgerald. Dunn also having a strong campaign. 21 points. Second for the Dukes in his rookie season. Leading the way for the Buccaneers in points is Lachlan Roach, followed by Morrison and Momborquette. And Probert all tied with 16 points. Shot from Gardner hit the skate of McAdam. There's one into Fitzgerald. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would take out your 50-50 tickets, we'll announce today's winning number. The winner will take home $121, and you can please see Mike Bowering beneath the Canadian and provincial flags. The last 4 digits of the winning ticket are 5971. That's 5971, and we thank you very much for supporting the Eastern Dukes. So the requisite 50-50 announcement, and that'll make someone's Christmas a little brighter, perhaps. In front now, McAdam! The rookie may have caught a glancing blow of Fitzgerald's blocker, but Fitzgerald was steady. 4 minutes gone in period number 2, still waiting for her first goal of the day. And again, yesterday, despite the score, believe me, other than 10 or 12 minutes in the second period, it was a close battle. 1-1 after 1, no score in the third period. Godkin chips it ahead. He'll challenge Dodge for it. Now over the net. Knocked down by McAdam again. Now kept in by McDonald. Over to Bowering. In the slot, Godkin shot. May have hit a buck and went high. And back with it is Dodge. He hits the blue line. Shot. Hatton sees that cleanly. And he'll get the stop. Quinn McDonald going to try for Hartman. Oh, it slips past Murphy and all the way down. Retrieving it is Bailey. He'll get it around to Gwyn Timothy. McCormick will challenge him on the half wall. Back to Campbell Dunn. Gets it back to McDonald. Swung across. Redirected. The shot from Bowering. Hartman redirected that, but Fitzgerald. Steady Eddie in the net. McDonald, Quinn back for it. Pushed ahead, but picked up by Mahoney. Mahoney. I've got it right the first time. Pardon me. Still with the puck. Behind the goal, Gwyn Timothy. Back to Bailey. Shot in. Hatton. Rebound. Another kick save. 2 from Hatton. It's loose in front. And Hatton has it. Well, Felix Hatton in the Duke's goal just found himself a lot busier with 3 key saves low. Nice challenge by the Buccaneers. First key save, not sure if he saw it or not, but the second one was off the left pad and then chipped back in front again. There was a battle low in front of it, and Hatton got the whistle. This will go back for it, no icing. Curtin dangerously in front of his goaltender. To the side to be more direct. Up to Momberquette. He's got Roach, 2 top scorers for the Buccaneers into the feet of Henry. He's going to have to be careful with it. And back come the Dukes with Henry and Arsenault. Henry breaking down the left side. The sturdy defenseman was tied up. No call on the play. Chipped ahead by Aylward, his deep partner. Aylward's deep. Slips across the blue line. Henry now banking in. Now McClellan. Long lead pass went through him. Although he'll be first to it as Henry lets him go through. It's in front. Nash Langell will have to bank it off the boards to get it past the attacking Bailey. Henry starts out. He'll whirl around to find Henry and go up to Langell. Gets to the red line. And Bailey now inside his own zone for the Buccaneers. 7 minutes gone in period number 2. We're still waiting for our first goal. Back comes Cash Fisher. He'll get a shot, and that's off the stick of Morrison, and we'll go high. A couple other games will be starting here in the next moment or two. Highlanders and Voyageurs, and the Armada and the Western Predator Prince Edward Island Tyne Valley, who will be hosting this year's Maritime Championships. No doubt they'll do a great job there. Now McClellan tried to get it through the feet of McDonald. Now Roach backhanding it through. He just lost the handle. He would have had a bit of an open net. Dukes are going to clear it now. Here's Godkin. A battle for it. Godkin couldn't get a lot on it. And there will be the post-whistle challenge as that settled in on Fitzgerald, and maybe one of the Dukes looking for a rebound and perhaps a hair late. Referee had a quick discussion about that. All is good. Still on the nice list. And the face-off will be to the right of goaltender Brennan Fitzgerald. That hit a bump as Sam Dunn behind the goal was trying to pull that one in. He'll go after it again. He'll take a bump in the near corner. Dukes, of course, in their home black jerseys. Almost black, dark gray with some red and gold trim. And the Buccaneers, as Quincy McLennan rips down the right side in their visiting white with, I guess we'll call it gold trim. Very reminiscent of the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League Charlottetown Islanders. On your screen, the Buccaneers are traveling west to east, left to right. And the Dukes are traveling, of course, from right to left. Delayed offside. Quinn McDonald will have some time to decide what he wants to do. Approaching the halfway mark of period number 2, still no score. English takes the breakout pass and hits McLennan. He'll bounce that in. Fitzgerald will let it slide behind him. And the Buccaneers trying to go long. It's McClellan and Henry, and it will be icing on the Buccaneers as that home run pass was incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Football day. Throw you a little football reference your way. Just 3 minor penalties so far. That's all that's on the score sheet. Clean game after some interesting moments in last night's game. But the guys are here to play hockey. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to finish 2025. Well, this won't be the end of 2025, but the pre-Christmas, I should be clarifying. There'll be more hockey before New Year's. At least for the this will actually be the Buccaneers' last game. I'll clarify that. The Dukes will play the Rebels next Saturday in Tyne Valley. And we'll have that game for you here on High Button Sports. That will be one worth watching. behind the goal. Bowering will collect it. He'll go up ice to Hartman. That was dangerous. Now Campbell Dunn settles that in on Fitzgerald, excuse me. That's a Duke's sixth shot of period number 2 to the now McClellan's in for checking, and we're going to have another penalty. It will be a slash going the way of Isaac McClellan. It's time for Chucky Sports Excellence Power Play. So the Dukes with their third opportunity. Buccaneers penalty to number 22, Isaac McClellan. 2 minutes for slashing. That's McClellan for slashing. Time of the penalty is 11:11. Arsenault had that chipped off his stick and banged down by Dodge. Good start for the Buccaneers as they kill their third minor penalty of the morning. And we've crossed into the afternoon. Happy Sunday afternoon to you. Glad you're spending some of it with us here. Hartman. Aylward gets a heavy shot. It took a bounce and a redirected behind the goal. Langell tried to make something happen. Intercepted by Krause. That's right on blocker save. Another one from Fitzgerald. Face-off drop between Gwyn Timothy and Campbell Dunn. Dunn will pick it up behind the goal. Campbell Dunn, side of the goal, back to Dunn! Fitzgerald with a huge save, his best of the morning. Dunn scores! Campbell Dunn! And finally we have a goal. And it's 1-0 Eastern Dukes. Fitzgerald may not have seen that one. He's been super on everything, and you have to believe that maybe that went through a screen. Campbell Dunn, the last to touch it for the Dukes. Another smooth glove save from Fitzgerald. Duke's goal, his 7th in the year, scored by number 14, Campbell Dunn. Assists go to number 3, Quinn McDonald. And to number 6, Colin McCormick. That's done from McDonald and McCormick. Time of the goal is 12:37. Now Bowering takes over. He's behind his goal line. And there is Theoropoulos. That hit a stick. Now, nice move, nice save from Hatton. That was Krause, I believe. Put a great move on the D to find himself wide open, and Hatton stoned him. And this will be icing. We'll send it back in terms of Duke's territory. Face off won by the Dukes, controlled along the wall. Godkin. Probert will chip that back out. Here comes Roach. He's got Mombercat with him. Roach will get a shot. It hit McDonald and went high. We'll get the new puck. Face off. So that's Bowering tied it. Green lost the stick. And knocked away. That will be an interference call. That's an easy call. Unsportsmanlike, I guess they'll call it, but one way or the other, the Dukes are going to go back on the power play again. They've scored one. And that was Mombercat who knocked the stick away from Green behind the goal. Tight save again from Fitzgerald, who has that post all to himself. Unsportsmanlike for knocking the stick away. Swing at it from Fisher, back to the point, Elward. And Arsenault now whirling, dishes it off to Hartman. And tight, another nice save, Fitzgerald. And Dodge will get that one out of Dodge. Fisher not able to chip that through Balin, and he'll go deep. Settled in by Hatton. Halfway through the penalty. Inside 5 minutes to play in period number 2. 1-0 Eastern Dukes on the power play goal from Campbell Dunn. Sam Dunn now. He'll go low to English. That's off the post, McCormick. That rang out like the bells on Christmas morning. Sam Dunn escapes with just 6 seconds left. Looks like the Buccaneers will kill yet another penalty. It's in front, and trying to get that was English. Now this will be icing, undisputed. And we'll go back, and the Buccaneers just trying to relieve a little pressure there. No score between the Voyageurs and the Highlanders from just off the Canso Causeway in Port Hawkesbury. Beautiful facility there. That's in front. Boy, when Fitzgerald is down low, he covers a lot of that goal line. I'm a goalie as well. Would I ever love to have his ability to cover the net like he can? And I wouldn't mind being 15 again either, but can only hope for so much from Santa Claus. There's Hatton with a nice kick save. Goes back to Curtin, hoping for a redirection. Theoropoulos was right in front, and it slipped past him. We're inside 3 minutes to go. 1-0 Dukes. On the marker from Campbell Dunn, 2/3 of the way through this period. Handled by Quinn McDonald. He takes a little bump. That's from Mahoney. Now McDonald back with Gwyn Timothy coming in the rear view mirror. He stands him up pretty well. Mahoney now. He'll go back to the point. Swung around to Curtin one time. Missed the net. Looking for the rebound. And back comes Gardner. Just evading the long reach of Quincy McLennan. That'll go on. Hatton steered easily into the corner. And offside. Gardner in just a hair before Godkin and the puck. So with 85 seconds to go here in the second period and a 1-0 Dukes lead, they'll have the face-off just outside Buccaneers territory. Nice pass into neutral territory. Sullivan will get it deep. Pair of 20s. Green with Krause on top of him. Arsenault tied up in center with Murphy. Bailey collects the puck and pushes him right back in. Last minute of play in the second period. Murphy tried to get a kick save on that to keep it in. And he and Arsenault bump bodies, and that's got the Dukes bench on their feet. And now here's a break. Morrison net on alone, and a great job from Aiden Green. Chasing all the way back. His dad, David, would be proud, I'm sure. That's on Hatton. He'll settle it. And with 25 seconds left, Henry sets up behind his own goal. 3 Buccaneers are deep. McAdam was going to leave it for Green, and now Green left it for McAdam. And back comes Aiden McAdam. Duke's AP played well last night, again this morning. The shot went wide. 5 seconds remaining. Henry's just going to bank that in, and it'll be wide. We're going to end period number 2. At 1-0 in favor of the Eastern Dukes. On a marker, 12 minutes and 33 seconds into second period by Campbell Dunn. Shots on goal unofficial in period number 2 are 13 for the Dukes and 8 for the Buccaneers. So we'll step away. We're going to come back for our final pre-Christmas period of hockey action. Please be sure to join us. You can wrap those parcels later. Come on back for period number 3 from Montague on High Button Sports. We're back on High Button Sports for what will be an exciting final pre-Christmas game. Period number 3 upcoming between the visiting Buccaneers and the hometown Eastern Dukes. Dukes on the strength of a Campbell Dunn power play goal. 2/3 the way through the second period have made it a 1-0 goal, but it has been tight. 1-0 game, rather. It has been tight all the way across. Buccaneers, after a tough defeat last night, have battled their way back and fought hard every minute of this game. Strong forechecking and back-checking. That will be icing, however, against the Buccaneers to start out with. Second period shots were 13-8 in favor of the Dukes for a 2-period total of 26-13. 2 minor penalties went the way of the Buccaneers in the second period. The first proved to be costly. Now McCormick's in front. Oh my gosh, what a big save from Fitzgerald. Holy cow. My goodness. It was a lovely setup from Fitzgerald. On Fitzgerald, rather, from McCormick. And the 6'3" goaltender used all of his height and length and breadth. And I didn't get the attacking Duke on that. Might have been Campbell Dunn looking for goal number 2. He's the only other left-hand shot out there, so I'll say it was McCormick from Dunn, and Fitzgerald gave them a lump of coal in the sock. Good stone now. Onside, Kroos! Glove save, Hatton! Dukes forced back Quinn McDonald behind his goal. McClellan has him worked on. McClellan avoids the forecheck, manages to get it as far as center, and Dodge will take the turnover. McDonald going to chip ahead. He loses the stick. McClellan's got a deep Bowering. Has Roach working on him. It's in front. Tried to be backhand. Good pressure here by the Buccaneers, looking to find the equalizer. Hatton made no motion on that. Pretty sure he didn't see it. Still McDonald trying to find the stick. He's got it back. And now the Dukes will set out. Here's Sam Dunn. In control through neutral ice. In front, McClellan! Couldn't get the backhand shot. On goal. Wrapped around Green, trying to catch up with it. They'll take him back in his own zone. No icing. The Buccaneers make wholesale changes. And the Dukes will as well. Now that's English tried to hit Arsenault, and this one will be icing as well, as Bailey will be first back for it. So 1-0 Dukes, 2 minutes, 10 seconds into period 3. Both teams would love to give their fans a nice big Christmas gift with a win today. Murphy shot rings wide, the backhand, Hatton the shoulder save, a second one off the rebound. 2 good ones from the Dukes goaltender. Kept in right at the Dukes bench. That might be Bailey, shovels it forward. Murphy trying to keep it in, and Hatton will settle it in as well. Leaves that for Henry. Hey, there's a heavyweight hit behind the goal. Both Gwynn Timothy and Henry are back up. That was the best one of the day so far. Turned over Arsenault. Connor Arsenault, shot! And that one whistled high. Couldn't get the puck settled down. Aiden McAdam chips it in. Langell with a quick turnaround, find the hole. And there was no hole, says Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's been good low, he's been good high. Chipped ahead by the Bucks, they'll clear. Momberquette, he's got two with him. He'll opt to throw that in. Hatton elects to stay in the goal, leave it for defenseman McDonald. He's got Balin on him. Now Curtin goes back to Roach. McDonald first to it. Giving chase is Momberquette, trying to find high. Fisher, he's onside. There'll be no icing. Fisher taken down behind the goal. Chip in front by Godkin, but now the Buccaneers will take over. Momberquette battling through neutral ice, turned over. Now Roach comes back. He overskates the puck. McClellan chips it ahead. Heavy hit again from Elward. A battle along the near boards. Godkin comes away with it. Goes across to Gardner. And that hit a player on the Bucks bench. That'll cause the whistle. 4 minutes and change gone in period number 3. Neither team wanting to give an inch here. Both goaltenders have been sensational. McCormick settles in with Morrison, Campbell Dunn, the lone goal scorer in the game. And get that to McCormick in his feet. Try to get it in front. And he does so. Fitzgerald with the stick. He intercepted that centering attempt, and he'll get the glove on it to get the whistle. Back to the point, Bowering. He's got a good shot. Gets to the top of the circle, try to feed it in. Now that's Hartman without the stick. He'll go soccer style. He's got Dodge on him. Hartman absorbs the hit. McCormick can't get it through Morrison. Dunn will go high around the glass through the officials' legs. McCormick in front. Good forward pressure here by the Eastern Dukes. Hartman has regained the weapon. Campbell Dunn feeds Bowering at the point. He'll go back in the corner. Dunn tries to escape traffic. And there will be now a penalty coming as Dodge was upended. This will go interference against Hartman of the Dukes. The Buccaneers with a good chance to square this one at 1. They'll have the man advantage. 15 minutes has been played. They'll try to match the Dukes' lone goal on the scoreboard. Dukes penalty to number 17, Blake Hartman. 2 minutes for interference. That's Hartman for interference. Time of the penalty is 5:27. Buccaneers have Murphy, Roach. One-time shot. Not a lot on it by McClellan. It did miss the net as well, and back for it goes Murphy. Now Arsenault trying to find a way through Murphy. He'll give way to McLennan. He slips, loses an edge there, and back come 5 Buccaneers. Murphy leads the way. He's got help. Drops it off to Roach. Krause in there, and Henry with a turnover will get that all the way back where Fitzgerald settles it. Halfway through, more in fact, of the penalty to Hartman. Same power play unit on for the Buccaneers. No changes. Now Murphy goes to the bench for a breather. Krause, blocker save from the Duke's goaltender, Felix Hatton. A second one off a gentle redirect by Krause. .25 seconds in the penalty to Hartman. Back to the point. Roach now, shot! Boy, Hatton saw that somehow. I had the angle right behind the shooter and I couldn't track it all the way in through. Good job by the Duke's goaltender to collect and contain that one. 5 apiece are the shots here in the third period, pardon me. And just 7 seconds remaining as Gardner is in forechecking. Hartman will rejoin in seconds. This may be icing, in fact, on the Buccaneers. It will be. They tried to hit their lead forward, and a miscommunication on that. Cabot has opened up a 2-0 lead against the visiting Voyageurs, and the Armada in the first or after the first have taken a 2-1 lead against the hometown Western Rebels in Western Prince Edward Island. Where we are, we're in Eastern Prince Edward Island. If you're unfamiliar with the Montague area, if you're watching from afar, we're in Southeast Montague the Beautiful, it's called. And we're going to have more penalty action. A head contact signal from the official. And I believe this one is going to go again the way of the Dukes. This time it'll be Mason English. And it will be English. And this will give again the Buccaneers another run at the power play. This one the 4-minute variety. So the Buccaneers succumbed to a 5-minute match penalty and gave up 3 power play goals yesterday. Let's see what they can do with 4 minutes themselves today. Here's Gardner all the way down. Roach trying to catch him. Gardner, nice stop and save from Fitzgerald. Good effort by Gardner and Roach to try to back check. Puck lay loose for the moment. Duke's penalty to number 8, Mason English. 4 minutes for head contact. That's English, 4-minute head contact. Time of the penalty is 7:53. So the best scoring opportunity thus far early on, however, on the Dukes penalty kill was for the Dukes. Buccaneers send out Murphy. That's McClellan. Turned over, Godkin. He's a fine forechecker. It's in front now. Shot! A huge save again off of Gardner by Fitzgerald. Wow. Here's Godkin back the other way. Through the feet. Godkin in tight. Slides through the goal crease. And thus far on this power play for the Buccaneers, it's been all Dukes. Bailey hits the red line, sends it deep. Still 1-0. That's all it is. Tight game. Dukes will send it the length of the ice, and back for it is Bailey. He's got McLennan in his grill. Probert now throws that in deep. Bailey leaves it for Sullivan. Goes around behind. Now the Buccaneers set up a formation. He'll go back to the point, walking into it. He'll go down low to the corner. Will Probert. He'll receive the pass back, and his feet chipped ahead. And McLennan almost had a break. He at least got it across his blue line. And back comes this feisty Montbourquette. He takes a bump from Arsenault. Dukes again, halfway through the penalty now to English. And the puck is in possession. In the possession of Fitzgerald. Here come the Buccaneers again. 1:25 remaining on the penalty. Here's Roach, hard charging through neutral ice. Bangs that around. McClellan will be in for it. Chipped ahead. Godkin got it out. Murphy takes over. He'll cross the blue line. Murphy swings that around. First to it is Krause, his teammate. He'll take a hit from Bowering. Bowering bullies his way through, but now it's turned over. Morrison. Oh, an excellent play by Elward as McClellan was waiting for that one. Now here's Murphy charging through. Elward's big stop. Hatton. Huge stop there. Back comes Godkin. He's got Gardner with him. Roach is defending. Godkin will try the wraparound. He lost possession of the puck. 30 seconds remain in the forward and head contact to English of the Dukes. 8:30 to go in the period, and that one's into the Dukes territory. Sending assistant coach Keegan Mitchell running for cover. Puck drop outside Buccaneers line in front of their bench will take by Mahoney of the Bucks and Arsenault of the Dukes. Here's Bailey, headmans to Mahoney. Gwynn Timothy slips past a hip check of Green. Just 5 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Buccaneers. They had one good scoring opportunity. That was knocked away by Hatton. And Arsenault tries to find Fisher breaking on the left side. Bailey's going to get there first. Aiden McAdam back out. Into the feet now of Mahoney, and offside. Offside are the Buccaneers. We got a little less than 8 minutes to play here. Still a one-goal game. Mahoney and McAdam. Back forward is Dodge. He has Fisher charging on him. And we're going to have another penalty coming the way. This time will be Fisher for tripping. And the Dukes are not making it easy on themselves. 3 consecutive penalties going the way of the Dukes and 3 consecutive power plays going the way of the Buccaneers. Still a one-goal game. It's tight. Now the power play unit goes back into effect. For head coach Will Proud, expect to see Godkin and McLennan out there. Dion Broussard, another penalty kill specialist for the Dukes, is serving a suspension. He'll be back post-Christmas, post into the new year, I believe. Fitzgerald drops it for Murphy. Up to Roach. All the way around McClellan. McDonald tried to golf that away from him. Still in possession of it. Back to Mahoney. It'll go back to Murphy. A couple of good Irish names there. Across to Roach. Gardner got a stick on that pass attempt. It comes back to Murphy. At the point, shoots it through. Hatton makes a save. The rebound's there. Roach. Cross ice. 1, 2, 3. It's tipped in by Mahoney, and the Buccaneers have squared this at 1. It went off the stick of Mahoney up high over Hatton. And we've got ourselves a 1-1 game. Of course, the consecutive penalties to the Dukes, you had a feeling it was maybe going to catch up to them. Buccaneers goal scored by number 13, Logan Mahoney. Assist to number 12, Lachlan Roach. And the number 2, Luke Murphy. That's Mahoney from Roach and Murphy. Time of the goal is 13-17. So Mahoney's 4th of the year is a big one as it knots this one at 1. We still have 6 minutes to play. Shot on Hatton. He'll steer that with the stick to the corner. Turned over, Momberquette. And a big hit. Down goes Probert. Five and a half remain in a 1-1 tie. Excellent fight back from the Buccaneers after a tough one last night. Campbell Dunn. He'll swing that behind. Hartman trying to be first to it. He'll take a bump. Tied up in the corner. 5 minutes is all we have. That's Murphy doing a good job taking the clock. And back comes Murphy. He'll backhand that in. Win Timothy. He'll have a big hit from Aylward. Referee hops out of the way, not quite. Now the Dukes will clear it. Onto the stick of Balin. Dukes have to be careful in their own zone. Aylward delivers another heavy one. Balin going to get there first. He'll deliver that right back to Gwyn Timothy. McCormack backhanded out by McLennan. Sam Dunn forechecking now. The Bucks will be called for icing. They couldn't connect on the long pass. Well, we're going to be in for a good finish here. 4 minutes remaining, 1-1 on the strength of the power play goal from Logan Mahoney. Late-ish in period number 3. That's McLennan. Shot away. Fitzgerald handles that one nicely. Face-off puck drop, won by the Dukes. Green pushes it into the corner. McLennan. It's got some room to slot. That one's high from Quincy McLennan. McLennan will wrap it back in as the Dukes clear the zone. 3.5 to go. Can Green catch up to it? No. McLennan. Stick check from Morrison. Now down the right side. Kraus off the cage, perhaps, of Hatton. And the Buccaneers turn to clear the zone on a delayed offside. Sam Dunn up to Mason English. He was trying to slip wide pass. Dodge, it's in front. Turned away. Nice play by Bailey in front to push it back into the corner. Buccaneers start out. Sullivan. Bowering kept that pass from being connected. Bowering trying to chip it through. He's through as well. Bowering deep into Buccaneers territory. 2.5 minutes to play. Arsenault elects to go to the corner. Back to Arsenault off his stick. Bowering with a key play to keep it in. Banked off the glass. And this will be icing again against the Buccaneers. So the face-off puck drop will be to the right of goaltender Brendan Fitzgerald, who's had himself a dandy game. As has Hatton, of course. Both goaltenders really, really strong today. 2:19s on the clock. Maybe Santa will get all of us a little bit of free hockey today for Christmas. Hayden McAdam. Arsenault trying to find it in his feet. He does. Still looking for it along the near boards, and that will be deep off the stick of Sullivan. And that's the consecutive icings against the Buccaneers. Face off in Bucks territory. Now Sullivan taken away by Langell rather. Arsenault trying to slip through the D. He's there momentarily. Probert back checking. 1:30 is what we have left. 90 seconds, and here's a break from McClellan. Back, Godkin. Hatton with a big save at a key time. Another shot didn't get through. Huge save from Felix Hatton. And that's past Bailey all the way down. No icing. Wow, wasn't that something? Last minute of play in the third period. Roach was in all alone. He had time and space, and he fired it high on Hatton. So the Dukes got to be thanking young Felix Hatton at the moment. It's in front. Henry, just missed Gardner on the long pass. Gardner's going to be first to it. No icing. Good hustle by Jackson Gardner with 35 seconds on the clock. Buccaneers trying to get it out. They do past Bowering. However, Henry is back with the goal scorer Mahoney chasing him. Good battle there. Henry could use some help. Stolen by Mahoney. It's in front. Bowering trying to get it out. 10 seconds on the clock. Sullivan trying to go across to Mahoney. Buccaneers are onside. Buccaneers, the only chance to win this in regulation. 3 seconds on the clock. Back to the point. Will they get one more? No. And some of the Dukes taking exception to the shot after the buzzer, but I don't think they need to. So a good battle here, and we're treated to a few extra minutes. Why wouldn't we be? Shots in the third period were in favor of the Buccaneers, unofficially 11-8. Be a 5-minute overtime. If that doesn't solve it, we'll have a shootout. So the DJ's got the song Not Ready to Go from Antigonish's The Trues, and no one's ready to go just yet. Let's see who Buccaneers send out. Mahoney, the goal scorer, with Roach and Murphy. And Campbell Dunn, the goal scorer, with McCormack and Bowering. Here we go. Some free hockey for you just before Christmas. Everybody's up. It's in front, centered in front. Hatton, oh my gosh, what a save! And Bowering with a stick check to prevent a second one. Goodness gracious, what a save by Hatton. Bowering streaking for the net. Campbell Dunn into the skate. McCormack could win it. It slips past the goal. Back to Dunn. Shot. Fitzgerald's will cuddle that one in. Boy, the Buccaneers nearly ended it there with Hatton making a huge split save. Puck drop. Collected by the Dukes. McDonald into Sam Dunn. This is like playing one-on-one now. Dunn trying to escape. He's tied up. Dukes bench calling for a penalty. He'll try to hit Kraus. McDonald is back. Here comes Momberquette. Momberquette scores! Luke Momberquette will win it for the Buccaneers and give their fans a Christmas gift. Hard-fought comeback after last night's tough game from the Buccaneers, and they will win it off the stick of Luke Momberquette. Buccaneers goal scored by number 21, Luke Momberquette. Assist to number 20, Jackson Kraus. That's Momberquette from Kraus. Time of the goal is 1 minute and 2 seconds of overtime. Final shots on goal for the game, 25 for the Buccaneers. 26. And for the Eastern Dukes, 34. Final score, Martello Buccaneers 2, Eastern Dukes 1. We thank you for visiting and watching. Safe travels to everyone and Merry Christmas. And to you at home, thank you so much for watching. That was a barn burner, exciting one won by the Buccaneers in overtime off the stick of Luke Momberquette. Well played game by both sides. And for all of us at High Button Sports, my name is Mark Rooney with Sean McCormick on camera, wishing you the merriest of Christmases. We will see you on December 27th for Dukes Rebels. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the Sunday.